Hey, this is Frank at the RV shop here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And today we're going to do a quick walkthrough and orientation on this 2016 Airstream Sport. We're going to go through it and show you how to use most of its major systems. We're going to start off here on the outside. We'll go through it pretty quick. So you got rock guards. These rock guards can be open. You see it's got a piano hinge here on the side. You take off these 3 nuts, remove those, and this will swing on that piano hinge to get back there for cleaning. You know, there's dirt, rocks, whatever. You can clean that. Now additionally, you can open this. Now this is not glass, this is a plexiglass cover to protect the actual glass. This is actual glass that's back there. That window does open. That, of course, this has to be open for that glass to be able to be opened. Now you can hold this up by tightening these 2 nuts. Another one on that side. As I said, this has to be open in order to open that window there. You can see they are both tinted. Now these rock guards to protect the windows that are behind them. These rock guards can be removed. Now you see here there's 2 fasteners. They look like screws. These are just fasteners, quarter turn. You turn these a quarter turn, pull out. They'll stay attached to this. So quarter turn, and this whole thing pops off of there and it'll pull out this way. And you see this hinge system, it'll slide up and out. And you can remove it to clean the windows, because they will get dirty from time to time. So now we can close this, put this back down. You can see it's got these bungee fasteners to hold this on there. So here is the awning on the side of the trailer. We are going to need this included awning rod. So with this awning rod, what we are going to do is we're going to unlock these locks. See right here? And they just simply hook into these little holes right here. And there's 2 of them. See those? And then there's a strap right here. Grab the strap and pull out like so. I'm going to link to the full-length video of how to use one of these awnings, the deluxe awning, which has a little bit more complexity to it, but most of the systems are fairly similar in how they work. So this is the way it's configured when you arrive at your destination. So in order to put it out, you're gonna first undo your travel lock right here. It's 1 here, and then you have 1 there on that side. So you're gonna undo these. So then we're gonna get this awning rod in there, and then we're gonna pull this out all the way, and then we got to get to the ends. And it's always great if you have assistants to help you, but you need to be able to do this on your own and how to do that. So we're going to grab it and we're going to kind of walk while we hold this. And the reason we're doing this, because if I let this go, this is spring loaded, it's going to shoot back towards the side of the trailer and slap against the body there. So we're going to come over here and hold it right here. So what we want to do, we're going to set our awning rod down. We're going to grab this arm. This arm is just sitting on this little pole. Gary, if you want to come in a little bit and look at that. So this arm right here is just rest on there. It doesn't have a lot of tension or anything. It's just resting there. So we're going to pop that off of there, and then we're going to put it, and we're going to lock it, put it on that shaft right there, okay? And from there, we're going to, so right there, it still has tension and it's not locked in, so we want to lock this arm. This has like it's a spring-loaded lock, so we're gonna pull out towards us this way, and right there it's locked. So right there I can let it go, it's not gonna spring back. Now we need to do the other side as well, and grab the other one and set that up right there, right? And same thing, we're gonna pull, and then that little lock right there, you'll see it bounce down. All right, there it's locked. So right now both ends are locked, and it's not gonna shoot up. But it's, you know, I guess you could use it that way, but you really don't want to, because as you can see, the door will hit the awning. So we need to raise this up. And the way we do that is with this little wheel here. Now these little wheels, they look like you turn them, but turning has no effect. I mean, these are designed to be pulled out. So what we're gonna do, we gotta pull the pin and pull out. You see these holes? That's what this rests on. So ideally you wanna be in hole number 4. Right now we're on 3. So it's got one more hole to go. So we're gonna pull out. And right there, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to do the other side, as you can see we're crooked. So again, we're going to pull out. One more. Oh, we passed it. And 4. Now the awning's all the way out. Our strap. Basically, you just fold this up like this. And it's got like a little loop here where we can tuck it in. See that? And there it's completely out. So now we're gonna basically put it away, which is essentially the reverse of what we just did. Additionally, you can see that's where it has 2 batteries here. Those are the batteries for the camper. And of course, our propane tanks live here. There are 2 propane tanks. Now this white thing, this is the changeover valve. Now, I don't know if it can be seen clearly, but there is a pointer here. So this pointer right now is pointed this way. So this is the tank that we're feeding from. We have this tank open and this one closed over here because we are feeding from this tank. Otherwise, if you want to have both of them open, the valve will automatically change over when one tank is empty. However, I do not recommend using it that way. Otherwise, you do not know when you are out of propane on one tank. This way, when one runs out, you can come out here and manually turn the valve over to the full tank and close the empty tank and exchange it for another tank. So now to swap out your tanks, you're gonna have to remove this cover. This cover lifts off of here. There's a nut here you take off, and this whole assembly just slides off of there. There's a little nut that screws down on here. And then the tongue jack is manual. You just turn it, move it up and down. Your latch, we're latching onto your truck, and the safety chains to latch onto the back of your truck. And then this is your safety breakaway cable, right? So when this is to be pulled out because your hitch broke or something, this would engage the brakes on the trailer brakes. Additionally, you also have a hookup there for propane. So if you wanted to hook up like a propane grill, that would feed off of these tanks that are on here. There's also a spare tire up underneath the A-frame here in the front, and that can be accessed by removing that silver pin right there to get to the spare tire. Moving around this way, you have behind this door, there's a key included on the set of keys that comes with the trailer. You can open this, and there's a cap you unscrew. That's where you add water to your onboard freshwater tank. That's the water you take with you, right? freshwater tank. These are vents to let the refrigerator. The refrigerator runs on either 110 volts or propane, one or the other. So when it's running on propane, it needs to breathe, and this is where it breathes from. You have an exhaust and intake vent system right here. Now this is where you connect water hose. We'll go connect it there. So when you're not using your onboard water tank, when you're at an RV campground and you have access to city water, like a water hose that would connect here, then you're bypassing your onboard water tank and you're connected here. So this bypasses the onboard water tank, and you're providing pressurized water to your water fixtures, your sink, your shower, your toilet, right? This has a built-in water pressure regulator already built in, and it'll regulate it to 50 psi. This connection is for a water hose to be connected, hopefully a different drinking water. Don't use your drinking water hose that you use for this. Use just a regular old hose for this. And this is to, it's basically like the end of this is like a pressure, like a water sprayer, like a pressure nozzle for a pressure washer for a that you would use on your sidewalk. But this is inside your black tank. So to power flush your black tank, you know, like every time you dump your waste tank, it's a good idea to power flush your black tank with this by connecting a hose here. It rinses it out so it stays somewhat clean. That way your sensors inside will remain accurate and true. Otherwise they get to reading inaccurately, and that's not a good thing. So this right here, this is the outside of our water heater. So when our water heater is running, that runs on propane. Well, so when the water heater is running, it is you'll have warm gases coming out of here. Like right now I have it running and there's warm air coming out of here. So be careful, that is hot. So if you're leaning up against this, you will get burned. This is the outside of our furnace. When the furnace is running, you have hot gases coming out of there. Now down here is where you empty your waste tank. This has a combined gray tank and black tank. So you only have one waste tank. So you only have one handle, and that's that handle right there. And that comes out through here. Attach your hose, your waste hose there, and you can dump your waste there. Combined gray and black by pulling this handle on this side on the left. Now here is where you connect your shore cord. Goes connected here. 30 amp shore cord. That's what you would connect here. 30 amp. This is not 220, so it's 110 volts, 30 amps. Okay. Here, some campgrounds will have free cable. You can connect that here. Right. That would feed in cable TV, usually basic cable, into the camper. Additionally, you have a service light out here, pressing that button. Now in the back of the trailer, we have storage. Here in the back, we have the storage area. We have a short cord, 30 amp short cord. This is what it looks like. Now inside the camper, of course, we have 2 sets of keys, right? We have our controls for our water heater. This is where you turn it on. Now when you turn on your water heater, just keep in mind it's going to take it about 20-30 minutes for the water to get good and hot. So it's not instant. See that? You turn it on. That red light will turn on at first to indicate that the pilot is lighting. Once it lights, it'll turn off. But it takes about 20-30 minutes for it to get good and hot. Now additionally, you have this meter that shows you how much voltage is in your battery. You have this meter that shows you how much water is in your freshwater tank. Now gray shows open, and now the reason for that is that we don't have a gray tank. We only have a black tank. And the reason for that is we have a combined gray and black tank. So no gray tank, that's why this one shows open. There's nothing, no sensors connected to that. So our black tank captures our gray and black water. And this turns on our water pump. So our water pump we're only going to use when we're not connected to city water. When we're connected to city water, we don't need the water pump. But when not in city water, you need the water pump, otherwise you don't have anything to bring the water up out of the fresh water tank. Then you got light switches for some of these lights. Right? Now down here, it's hard to see, but there's a breaker box. That breaker box has 12-volt fuses, 110 breakers. That is your power center. So if something is not working, check that. That bag has all your manuals. There's your remote for your TV. That's this TV here. That TV swings out. There's a strap that you pull right here to release the bracket that holds it and locks it in place. Bed, of course, and then there's some storage up above the bed. Light switch. This is the control for the furnace, not for the air conditioner, just the furnace. Smoke detector uses 9-volt battery. Now the air conditioner is controlled up above. You have controls for the air conditioning up here. Just turn that. Now for the air conditioner to work, you have to be connected with the shore cord to 110 volt power, to 30 amp power, right? If you're not connected to shore power, your AC will not work. Most of the rest of the stuff on this camper will work, because most of the rest of the stuff on this trailer is 12-volt powered, but certain things require 110 volts, like this rooftop air, like this microwave that requires 110 volts of power, like this TV that's 110 volt power TV. But just about everything else is running on 12-volt power. The refrigerator is that runs on either 110 volts or it runs on propane, one or the other. So right now it's turned on. Just to the left you see a button that says on off. Right now it's turned on, and you can see that button to the right that says auto or gas. So it's depressed. When the button to the right is depressed, it's in auto mode. When it's in auto mode, it's going to run on either 110 or propane. When it has both available, both propane and 110, it will always choose 110 over the propane. When it only has one available, like in this case, we don't have shore power, so it chooses to run on propane because that's the only thing it has available. So right now it's fired up the propane burner, and it's burning propane to keep this refrigerator in operation. Now, a very important thing you need to know about this refrigerator. So any RV refrigerator that runs on propane or 110, they're generally gonna, certain things are true about them that'll be pretty much across the board, and that is that they take a long time to get cold. And what do I mean by a long time? They generally take about 4 to 6 hours to get cold. So you know, it's you can't turn it on and expect to come out a couple hours later and it to be nice and cold and ready to put your cold stuff in there. So you need to plug it up and get it good and cold the day before. So, and you expect to be using it the next day. So keep that in mind. What else do we got? We got down here a propane / carbon monoxide detector down there that is wired into the electrical system of the trailer. We have a radio, AM FM with Bluetooth radio, and exhaust vent up there that is manual. You turn this knob to open the lid. Then you turn this knob, turn on the vent, but this has to be open before this will work. Now here on the side, see that? That is a fan switch for the refrigerator. Sometimes, like when it's really hot, in really hot and muggy, conditions, the refrigerator may not perform. The refrigerator may not work very well because they can't get enough cooling. So they've installed this fan that cools down the cooling unit in the back to help it cool down and perform better. So you may need to turn that on to get it to cool better. So important to use that. And we're coming to about the end of this quick tour. The most important thing though that you need to know is so down here you see this knob. So that knob is your electricity for the trailer. So right now it's set to on, and then there's to the left is off. So it's very important. So obviously if I turn it to the off position, everything's going to turn off, because that is our connection to our batteries up front. So that knob has to be in the on position for stuff to work. If I turn it to off, everything's going to shut off. Additionally, so if you're plugged into shore power and that switch is turned off, your batteries are not going to charge. That's a common issue that we get in service. Sometimes people don't understand the way this works and have their camper plugged into electricity outside their house and have it plugged in for a week and decide to go out camping and find that their batteries are completely dead when they go out, and don't understand why and they think there's something wrong with their camper, and there isn't. And basically what's happened is that the batteries have gone dead because they had this switch turned off, but it was plugged into shore power. Well, basically the shore power didn't do anything because the batteries were disconnected. So even though the charging system was active and trying to charge the batteries, they could not do so because the shore power was not able to reach the batteries because this knob was in the off position. So if you're connected to shore power, that knob needs to be in the on position. Also, when you're going down the road, pulling the trailer, that should be in the on position. Okay. Well, that's going to bring us to the end of this video. Quick tour of this 2016 Model 16 Sport by Airstream. Anyway, my name is Frank. I'm with the RV shop here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I hope you have a fantastic day.